Hi friends, Daniel Bogart here. I get a lot of requests about what ukulele I recommend for beginners. So I wanted to compare three different tenor ukes that I have in my house. Tenor is the size. It's the size like this. I recommend for most adults. This is probably the ukulele you want to play. Concert is fine too. Soprano I find can be a little small for your hands, but your mileage may vary. A lot of wonderful ukulele players play great soprano ukes. Anyhow, three different ukes. We're going to play them, but first we're going to talk about them. So this is a Kmise. I've never heard of the company before, but it's a Amazon, eBay, Wish.com kind of special. Comes with a solid Sitka spruce top. Solid top is always considered to be a selling point as opposed to laminate. I believe these backs and sides are laminate mahogany, meaning they've taken all sorts of pieces of wood and cut them thinly and then glued them together. Think plywood almost, a nice plywood. The advantage of laminate is it gives stability. The advantage of solid is that it gives much more depth and an interesting kind of tone. So this is a combination of those. This sells for about $65 on Amazon with a gig bag, a case, and a cheap tuner. So anyhow, the tuners, actually speaking of tuners, I don't mean tuners like that clip-on, but here our tuning machines are actually pretty good. I find that there's good tuning stability with this. So that's what we get here. Interestingly, we get a nice rosette around here and binding between the sides and the top. That black strip of binding. Oh, and there's even like a little pattern, right? You can see the double white lines in there. So it looks nice. Actually, on a cheaper ukulele, like a $65 ukulele, I generally like without the binding and without the rosette around the sound hole. This was our rosette. Because what it means is that money, labor went into that rather than into some other things that it could go into. Next up, we have our Ohana TK-10 ukulele. This is all mahogany, though it is all laminate, which will give real stability. Won't give a ton of extra depth to the sound, but this has a nice sound, as you'll see. This is what you get for about $150. Ohana, you can see there's no binding on the sides, just the top meeting the sides, though I think that's beautiful with that strip. The wood looks nice, and it is some sort of painted on or glued on rosette here. It is not the sort of internal rosette that you had in the other. And finally, Makaio. This is out of a shop, Aloha City in Chicago, who started putting these together. The idea is a premium ukulele at a non-ultra premium price. So these are about $550, $600. And as you can see, it's got some bling to it. In fact, more bling than I usually like on an instrument. Personally, I didn't realize it was so blingy before I got it, but it's got a great sound, so it's not going back. You can see there's this abalone or mother of pearl, I'm not exactly sure what it is, rosette around here, as well as the binding. And then it's got an armrest here too, just a curve from the top, which is actually surprisingly comfortable in terms of it not digging into your side. Another thing to note, this has a low G string, tuned an octave down, as opposed to the other two ukes, which have a high G string. It's a general rule, the low G string is going to give you more depth, the high G string is going to give you more of that poppy ukulele feeling. So anyhow, let's go ahead and play them. Enough about them. Here's our Kmise. First, I'm going to play the same lick at the beginning of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. On all three, I'll play each of them twice to give you a sense. So here we go. And now the Ohana. And I'm going to play those against each other one more time just so you can hear it again, and then I'll give you the $600 ukulele because it's not really fair to play them against the Amazon special. And now the Makaio. I'll give you those next to each other as well. So there you go. Hope that is helpful to you on your journey for finding the right tenor uke.